just realised you weren't getting to see the smacky button. Hello! Wait for it all to finish loading. Right, we're in a good place here. We need to do doors. Let's do doors. Get in the cab. Put that cipher on. Pass that PZB on. Put the cipher on. So we're running all the way to Augsburg in this scenario. So we're in restricted monitoring to get started, 30 kmh anyway. We'll see what the signal's like when we get to the end of the platform. Francois, yes, this is the second German one. It's a part 2 scenario. White lights. I guess that green yellow is mine. Cheers, Dave. I'll have a look at that later. In the absence of Coplopomal to do the Cliplopomal thing. It's very handy. Someone is. Right, green yellow means proceed at reduced speed, which is 40 kmh unless otherwise indicated. And doesn't need acknowledging. So I'm going to pull up to 40 kmh. Where's the next signal? That's a red signal. Right, let's take a look at the map and find out what's going on here. Why have we been stopped? It's bang out of order that we've been stopped. There's no good reason that we are being stopped. The blue line is continuing uninterrupted for miles. In which case... I've tabbed it. Right, we've gone through Bethel 40. We're also limited therefore to 40 kmh. How many more scenarios? There's 3 more after this one. Oblivious, are you still on here? No, it doesn't look like you are. Okay. Maybe some other German expert can tell me. When you do a BR440, when does the 40 km/h restriction end? Is it the next positive signal, or is it after some set time? Got green 4 signal. 4 signal makes me think of Babylon 5 and the Vorlons. I know, how sad is that? 60 km/h. Gonna be a long night. Well, it's a bit longer than normal, but not much, because they're only about half an hour each. And I don't mind running a bit longer than normal, just because it's Friday. I don't have to get up in the morning. Well, I do have to get up sometime tomorrow. That was just disgusting otherwise. But passing 5.7 kilometers. Right, green. We're not in restricted monitoring. It's time to get this thing moving. Yeah, I've been waiting to watch Babylon 5 again on Netflix or Amazon Instant Video or something, because I got to a very key point in Babylon 5 and then life happened and I was unable to watch it, and having missed a key episode I stopped watching it because I didn't want to spoil it. And that was when it was first shown, 20 years ago. So I haven't ever actually seen the where Babylon 5 really got interesting. But I don't think Babylon 5 is on any of the Netflixy type things yet. Ends, I'm afraid I can't talk about unreleased stuff at the moment. Well, I'll never be able to talk about unreleased stuff. Cheers, Hopeless Hyena, and congratulations once more on your excellent video. Just can't buy the box set. No, I refuse to buy box sets in this day and age. I bought so many box sets in the past and now they're just cluttering up the shelves. Alright, we've got green-yellow aspect coming up, which is expect reduced speed. So the green at the top is a clear from this one. The green-yellow says it's reduced speed. The number at the bottom says expect reduction to 60. We just need to be doing 85 now, we don't have to be down there. And that was also because it's a non-green 4 signal, we have to acknowledge it. Right, we're almost back up to Pazing now, and then we'll make our way. So we've got to be at 60 for the next signal. Run exclusively PCB to learn that this weekend. There you go, Lead Catcher. That's a plan. That's a plan. I like that. Right, 60 km/h through this signal here. So that should be a green-yellow signal with a 6 on it. it's a flashing green signal with a 6 light, because it's also a distant 6 as well, and that needs acknowledging. Their catch is going for a weekend of full-on PZB. Outstanding. Oh, the frame rate is real, folks. How to Drive a Steam Loco box set. That's actually a really good series. I've got that as well, Moggy. With Clive, what's his face? Broomfield, isn't it? Yeah, that's a really good box set. One of my favourite one is where he talks about firing the different locos when he went on a tour, basically looking at how the different railway companies did or how they drove, and that was really fascinating. That was really fascinating. Train Boy, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Canadian National scenarios. So we're in restricted monitoring again, so we've got 40 km/h speed limit. This is a green signal clear with 60 km/h speed indicator, which we don't have to acknowledge. The only thing I think let that video series down, Moggy, is I was expecting it to actually be a how to drive a steam train, and it really didn't tell you how to drive a steam train. It just sort of gave you lots of anecdotes about driving a steam train, which was good, but it wasn't really what I was expecting. Right, brilliant. Able to go up to 60. We're out of restricted monitoring now. Train Boy, yeah, Faber used to visit quite regularly, but I think life has got the better of him, and he pops in every now and again now. Nick R2D2, do I collect model trains? Well, between my dad and I, yes. I mean, I don't particularly collect them as such. I pick up things I like the look of, and they all sit at my dad's place. We run them on his layout. Rambo, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. I'm sure I recognise your username, but all right. ICE 3M. Green light, don't have to do anything with that. 160 now. Oh, Fabio used to visit. No, he used to visit the stream, BNSF. Train Boy was asked, has he ever been here to watch the stream? Right, top speed is about 160 because we haven't got LZB. Unstoppable net worth box says. In bed watching on Xbox. Outstanding. See, Train Sim on Xbox. Courtesy of Twitch. Hey Woody, been a while. Olching waypoint is in 6 kilometres, we're not stopping there. Just a quick look at the instructions. The next pickup is at Mering. Still got a solid green. Strat Shadow watching on a 40-inch TV. Awesome! I must be like this big then. I knew one day I'd get on the big screen. Got to think about what next I want to achieve. The bigger screen. I want to be on the bigger screen. There you go. That's a goal in life. Olching bypass line. Watching on the big screen at Times Square. There you go. That's how you do it. 120. Oh, I missed that warning as well. Oh no, that must not have been a warning because the again the PZB would have gone off. Any speed reduction warning you have to acknowledge. You're watching on grandparents, you think it was an 80-inch telly. Crikey. That was suddenly back up to 160. Mering, 27 kilometres. Didn't know the FBI put wanted posters on Times Square screens. Wanted for serial abuse of trains. Welcome back, Podomister. Another good green light. Excellent. Bayonne tables. Bavarian? Oh, I don't know. Green light. Excellent. Buttermister, is it going on Steam? Because if it's not on Steam Workshop, then I don't put anything on here that isn't on Steam Workshop. If it is on Steam Workshop, then I'd love to see it. It's KevMC291. Welcome this evening. Anyone joining now is thinking, he's still on the German scenario? Non-stop action. Oh, the comedy. 19 kilometres to our destination at Mering. Or intermediate destination, anyway. Joe, a late one? 2 o'clock maybe? The 3 scenarios add up to about an hour and 3/4. S. Gravesnet, you can't find my config. It's just called Dovetail Games config for Train Sim or something like that. More green light, goodiness. I might one evening unplug the rail driver and just do an evening using the Steam controller, just for a change. Thing up there, good. Dave is already falling asleep. That'll never do. Oh, that's interesting, S. Graves. Now I wonder why it's not showing up. Dave, did I do that on the chat? I did briefly use it, but I didn't actually sort of use it sort of properly and do a scenario with it. I just sort of gave a quick tour of it. That's why I think if I do it actually as an evening, one evening I'll use that instead of the rail driver, and I think that might be an interesting change actually. And I could sit back instead of hunching over the controller. Maintaining 159 kmh. 9 kilometres to go. Hello, Sylvia. How long have you been working on the route, Mister? Another green light. I look forward to seeing some screenshots. Send them over to Cameron and I'll take a look. Right, 120 limit coming up. Merrying is just up on the thing. We've got 2.7 kilometres to go. So we're stopping at Merrying, 1.2 kilometres. Congratulations, Kevin, that's really good. Very good news. Do pass on my congratulations. See you later, Ettons. Oh, we'll take a look, Potter, mister. Haven't got any restriction going on at the moment, so we're good to carry on up to 140. Next station is Mering-Snafra, just round the corner in 2 kilometres. Are you keeping me up? Yes, you are, baby kid. Year has begun. Good night, Grey Brad. Keeping you up and all, am I, Dave? Sorry, old man. Yes, train boy, that would do it. You have to do a couple to get through a red light like that. Got no restriction going on, so we're back up to 140. Kissing, track 3, 3 kilometres. Seafa's not too bad to suss out ride car. It's more getting in the habit of seeing it. But once you get into the habit, it's a lot easier. A light panel for Seafa and PZB. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Which tablet have you got, ride car? May I remind you that you're older than me? Can I show them up? Certainly will be NSF when we get stopped here. Ah, why is T not working? Thank you. Map view. So the first part of the scenario, we started down here somewhere and we worked our way back up into Munich, and then the second part, we started at Munich and we were on our way around to Pasing, and we're here at the moment at Kissing, and then we come round and we stop at Augsburg. So this is Munich to Garmisch-Partenkirchen and Augsburg. Nexus 7 and a Nexus 9. Okay, no, fair enough. My plan for my the software that I've got that does things like the speedometers and so forth was to do an Android interface for it, so that I could put screens onto tablets. Next station, Augsburg Hochsol, 5.4 kilometres. We've got an ARM Surface RT. I couldn't live with it. But my Surface 3 has just become such an integral part. The Surface is really good. I haven't actually tried installing it yet, S-Graves. Now I need to probably set up a separate. I've got my what I've got is I've got another Steam account, Train Sim Live one that I use. That's got a limited amount of DLC, so my plan was to install that and put it on there. But I don't want to fill it with the 128 gig of storage up just for Train Sim. The storage is there for other things. 100 miles an hour coming up. Yeah, I know you can get an SD card for it. I'm not expecting it to run particularly well, not on the ARM chip, but I wanted to install something just so that I could see, to be honest. Because normally I'd probably just use the streaming feature on Steam. Use in-home stream, running it on the fast machine, and play it on the tablet. Good evening, Simon Lund. Yeah, Surface 3, it's not ARM, is it? It's Atom, sorry, was the word I was looking for. Atom. You've got a dock. Nice. Oh, that's the little brick, isn't it? Much better idea than that great big thing they had for the 3. S Gravesnet. No, I've got the Surface 3, not the Pro. The Pro was out of my budget, I'm afraid. On workshop, why won't Seaberg Barn allow you to press drive? I don't know if you can do that. What you need to do is go into quick drive rather than doing it from the workshop screen. Right, again we're not in restriction. Speed limit's 100. Nothing on the signal. Augsburg, Haunstetter Strasse. Are we doing any more OMR tomorrow or Sunday? Yes. I don't know exactly when yet, but we are definitely. It won't be on this channel. I'm going to carry on with Hitbox. I had a word by email back from Twitch saying that playing model trains continues to be against Twitch regulations. So stuff them and we'll play them on Hitbox. Not Train Sim, it's about the model railway. I asked them whether or not, with all their new creative stuff, they would be whether or not operating the model railway would be acceptable within those new boundaries, particularly as it's a bit like board games, and they do board games and card games, but no, it's not. So the One House Model Railway will remain on hitbox.tv/OMR. Well, Twarog, is because baking a cake is creative. Playing model trains is not creative. So I kind of understand it, but I suggested to them they should put a hobby group up. Well, no, the problem with that, Dave, is it might jeopardise this stream because if they just block the channel. I could host it on YouTube, yes, but I don't really like YouTube streaming from certainly to the last time I tried it. Spam track, your drawing would come under the creative aspect, so it's not a problem. Building a model railway is creative, Twarog. In fact, they said they'd be really keen to see some, building trains, building model railway. They'd love to see that. The railway's already been built, so there's not really a lot to do there. It's about actually running the model railway, and that's the bit they're not interested in. That's their service. All I wanted to do is to find out what the rules were so that I could make sure I stayed within them. Right, 120 kmh at the moment. It looks like we've got greens and greens. Augsburg in 1.7 kilometres. Isn't it past my bedtime, Adam Gamer? Seriously, you should know by now, my bedtime is when I'm finished driving trains and not a second before. Just star on one. $80 km fixed speed limit through here. Still on greens though. Rebuild the railway. It's taken about 15 years to get it where it's at. To be honest, given that Hitbox are letting me do the other stuff, if I start doing other streaming for the railway, I'll do it on Hitbox and support them for that. You have one place for the model railways, one place for the games. Cheers, Buttermister. And this is Augsburg. doors. Got the 455 and the 420. Oh, I love drive. The 420 is just an absolute dream to drive. It's really nice. Yeah, the frame rate is real. Cheers, Stephen Jam. See you later. Right, we were late for a bunch of stations, so it came up as a fail. But, well, I enjoyed it. That's good. So that's the second Mr. Sumner scenario. And now... at midnight. It's Mark's Tay Empties.